Ringside Side Eyes with Jimmy Vibes.
You just want to talk wrestling bullshit. We've said it. No, you're in the river, bitch. Hello, hey guys. Welcome back to Ringside Side Eyes with Jimmy Vibes, bitch. What's up? Oh my god, you guys. So, I'm sorry that I'm like a day late. I apologize, okay? It's just a lot going on in life these days. I got caught up. Doing things in life, you know. I had a good weekend. I was spending time with the mans, and I just got a little sidetracked with wrestling, so I wasn't all caught up to speed with everything going on. And you know, when I come on here to do this show with you guys, I want to be fully informed. I want to know my shit, you know, because the wrestling world is a fucking mess. It is Hotel WWE. And you know every hotel needs room service? Well, I'm here for the ring service. I'm here to clean up the mess of WWE. I'm here to clean it up. So, before we start cleaning up what happened this week and bring it all in under an hour, I hope, let's talk a little bit. I want to give a shout out to some of my loyal listening crew. Yes, listening crew. I thought it was a cute name for you guys because I'm tired of just saying listeners. Like, listening crew sounds cool. That's what DJs and artists do. They bring people, they're listening crew, they all sit down and they listen to the new music. Well, you guys come on, you guys all sit down and listen to me clean up this mess. And we sit over here and we have a big old conversation together, just cleaning up the mess. The listening crew. So I thought it was cute. So if you guys don't like it, well, too bad, bitch. I'm kidding. Tweet me something better. If you guys can come up with something cute, let me know. But I like the listening crew. But if you guys come up with something better, let me know, baby. But I want to give a shout out to some of the people that are a part of the listening crew. Some of my faves. Yeah, these are my faves because they actually do your boy that solid that I've been asking for, this past couple of weeks. Some of y'all haven't done it, but a good amount of you guys have been doing it, and I really, really appreciate it. Like, Prince Vontae sent me a nice review. Also, Women's Wrestling with a Heart Shape sent me a review. Thank you so much. My boy Preston sent me one, which I really enjoyed your comment. He says, couldn't be happier, you're back. You're my only source of wrestling shade. Someone's got to clean up the mess. That's true. Hello. I'm here to clean up the mess for you guys. Also, we have, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so if I botch it, I apologize. Alzola and Sky or Ski, whatever, sent me a cool one. Not whatever, I'm just sorry. Like, I'm super, super bad at pronouncing names. I believe it's Zolansky. Zolansky. I guess that's what it is. Well, thank you, Zolansky. Girl. But like, I really, really appreciate that you guys have stepped up to the plate and left me a review. You know, we have other people. We have Crash 1424, Bella K Royce, L Boogie. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you for rating. Thank you for reviewing. And come on, guys. Join in on the fun. Be a part of the listening crew. Jump on in, leave me a review, and get a shout out and be a part of my squad. Like, this is my squad right here, these guys. I'll always remember them. It's dated. It says your name. So if this pops off, bitch, I got you. But yeah, so excited. I don't know. It just made my day today when I went to go check in and see if any of you guys left me reviews, because y'all been pissing me off with that shit, because I be yelling at you guys every week, but some of you guys don't even head on over. But I was really surprised to see a good amount of people came through over the weekend, left me a review. I really, really appreciate it. It made my day. But girl, let's get into it, man. The wrestling world has been a mess. But let's get into some of the news and rumors that I've heard over the weekend. So apparently WWE is very high on this 4-horsewoman match with the WWE girls and the UFC girls. I'm here for it. I'm glad that WWE is all about it. Apparently, it's supposed to kick off at the Mae Young's Classic finale That's what I was reading on the dirt sheets, that something about it might pop off. We might get a little teaser. I know we got a little bit of it with Shayna and the three girls, but Sasha wasn't there. So I'm hearing that something might happen at the finale. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. Another thing that was popping off over the weekend was this whole Goldust thing, because there's been rumors that Goldust is being shopped right now in WWE to become a manager. And WWE higher ups are really thinking about pairing him with one of the women, because let's be honest, James Ellsworth and Carmella have been super successful. And I think Raw wants to do something in that aura. And I was reading up on a lot of you guys' tweets, because you guys know that's my favorite pastime, listening to you guys throw shade about wrestling on Twitter. It's my favorite part of wrestling, the wrestling community online. It's the best. But some of the names that you guys were throwing around was a bit interesting. As some people were saying, Summer Rae, that this should be a position for Summer Rae, and this, that, and the third. I was like, okay, I can see that, because I know that they were all trying to push the whole red and gold thing with Eva Marie and Summer back in the day. So I could see Summer slipping in, filling up a nice little gold outfit. But I was like, okay, cool. And then one of my friends, Jack, you guys might know Jack. He's on Diva Dirt. I don't know if he's still with Diva Dirt, if he still does Diva Dirt, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Well, Jack said something about Alicia Fox, and I was like, that would not be a bad position for Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox and Goldust, I think that could work, because Alicia Fox is a bit quirky and out there, and we all know the whole bill of fucking Goldust. He's just bizarre, and Alicia Fox is a bit bizarre as well. So I think them two would mesh really well, and I hope it's Alicia Fox. I know that Goldust was on Twitter tweeting about Alpha Female, teasing that. If some of you guys who don't know who Alpha Female is, she's one of the competitors in the Mae Young Classics. So I don't know, I thought it would be cool, but it would be nice to see Goldust paired up with one of the women on Raw. Let's see if WWE is going to go through with that, which I feel like they should. Like, come on. Like, Goldust has had a promising career. He's been here, he's been there. His career is towards the end. Why not elevate somebody? And with the women's division popping like this, and the character of Goldust being there, a woman being glammed with the gold and the makeup, maybe Mandy Rose. She is the golden standard and all that, the goddess, the golden goddess and stuff like that. I think her and Goldust would work well. WWE has been very high on that girl. They fucking shot her from Tough Enough right into Total Divas, so I wouldn't be surprised if they just throw her in with Goldust and have her debut on Monday Night Raw. And she's pretty solid in the ring, if you ask me. And all she needs is guidance with her character, or maybe Goldust can go down to NXT and recruit her and start up that way, and have him do a run with her in NXT for, I don't know, a couple of months, maybe until the takeover, and then bring them back up to the main roster. But just possibilities. I'm just throwing things out there to you guys. But let's get into what's been going on programming and on television this week in WWE. Let's get down to the nitty fucking gritty. Is it gritty or no? It is gritty. What the fuck am I talking about? You know what? Let me take a sip of my wine. Yum. So we had a match on Monday Night Raw that was very, I would say it was anticipated. A lot of us fans were talking about the whole Nia versus Sasha Banks match before it happened. We all know that the match took place in Boston. The Boston crowd was lit for your girl Sasha Banks. First of all, I just want to say that I love Nia's gear. I thought her gear was really, really cute. Like the blue, it was on point. It looked really good on Nia. But some of my highlights for this match was Nia's signature barricade spot, where Sasha came off the turnbuckle and it looked like she was trying to do a Hurricane Rana or something, but Nia countered and just slammed her into the barricade. So that was brutal. I also liked Sasha fighting back when they were on the turnbuckle, when they had that spot, and Sasha was just making Nia eat those elbows. Bam, bam, boom, bam, yeah, bitch, bam, bam. I thought that was pretty cool. And then she flips over Nia and she kicks Nia in the back of her knee. Nia gets all tangled up in the ropes and Sasha just hits her with the double knees. That was really good, and it made Sasha Banks look really smart as a competitor. And I just love the psychology of this match. I love how Sasha took a beating, but as she was taking a beating, she was trying to process, how am I going to break this woman down? So I really caught the story on how Sasha Banks ended up winning this match, because when we got into the bank statement whole scenario, when Nia was locked into the bank statement by Sasha Banks, was it was pretty cool, because I wanted to see how are they gonna make Nia lose. At first, I was thinking there should be an interference in this match, but I was just thinking maybe to progress. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked. Text message. To progress, maybe Emma or Alexa Bliss and the storylines with her and Sasha Banks. I was thinking maybe she can cost Nia the match some way, somehow. I don't know. Or maybe Emma can run in and then start something with Nia Jax and have Sasha move up, because we all know that Nia beat the crap out of her a couple weeks ago. But but we get into the transitions with Sasha Banks with the bank statement. First, she has Nia down. Nia's getting close to the rope. Sasha jumps over to the other side, locks her in. Nia starts picking her up. And I loved how Sasha did that tilt-a-whirl DDT and then snatched her right back into the bank statement. That was pretty solid to me. It was pretty good, because Nia didn't go down easy into this bank statement. They're trying really hard to protect Nia, yet Nia making Sasha look strong. I know some of you guys don't get it. You guys just think, oh, WWE just keeps making Nia lose. Why build her up for her just to lose clean to Sasha Banks? But guys, Sasha Banks is the legit boss, and she's very decorated. What is she, a 3rd-time women's champion? She has unfinished business with Alexa Bliss, and the Alexa Bliss and Nia feud right now, it's just not gonna work. It's not yet. Right now they have them as good friends, keying it up. They have Total Divas coming out. We're gonna see them two be best friends on television. I don't think that them two should be feuding yet. Do I believe that Nia belongs in the title picture? Yes. When do I think that? After Alexa Bliss drops the belt to someone. I don't think Nia should be taking that belt off of Alexa Bliss. I don't think WWE is going to go that route, which means Alexa Bliss needs to feud with somebody else and lose the belt. I'm not saying that she needs to lose the belt to Sasha Banks at all. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, I don't see Nia taking the belt off of Alexa. I wouldn't want it, but if it happens, it happens, bitch. It is what it is. But we had another match on Monday Night Raw with the women. At first, we had a backstage segment with Mickie James and Emma, where Emma walks in all frustrated. She's on her phone. She's looking through, saying that she got screwed last week, this, that, and the third. And Mickie James looks at her like, bitch, you did not get screwed. You tapped out. There's a difference. And Emma's looking at her like, bitch, don't talk to me like that. Do you know who the fuck I am? And Mickie James like, bitch, do you know who the fuck I am? I'm the 6-time women's champion. Blah, blah, blah. How about you see me in the ring and put your money where your mouth is, ho? That's just how I see it. But, yeah, so we get the match between... Sorry, excuse me. Girl. Not today, Satan. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all choked up today. Oh, let me loosen this. I can't. It's hot in here. I just can't. I don't want to turn on the air. It just makes too much noise. It's just too much, guys. I can't live. But anyways. So we have this match between Mickie James and Emma, which I was excited about. I know a lot of you guys are like, why the hell are you guys going to make Emma lose? Why does Emma keep losing? Why does Emma keep losing? This, that, and the third. Well, to me, this is how I see it, guys. You guys know I'm here to clean up the mess, because you guys on Twitter, you guys make everything into a mess. WWE gives you guys a treat. Emma versus Mickie James. You guys make a mess out of this treat, and then I got to come clean it up. That's basically what this is. So let's break it down. I feel that WWE had Mickie James win this match to help escalate Emma's frustration storyline that's going on right now. Because if you guys pay attention, everything that Emma does, everything that Emma says is about social media. She relates everything to social media. Emma's basically a mark. That's her gimmick. She's a mark. She'll complain on social media. She'll get a match and she'll lose. Growing frustration. So it's been like 3 weeks now. It's starting to become a trend, and even Corey Graves brought it up, like Emma keeps complaining, but she gets these opportunities and then she loses these matches, which I think is really, really smart. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with Emma losing right now, because I'm thinking the bright picture. There's gonna be a light at the end of the tunnel. Emma's just starting this journey of this storyline right now. And some people are all with that next Netflix culture, like Brandy says. You guys want it now, 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 now. But I'm patient, and I feel like a payoff is in the horizon for Emma. I just like that she runs to her phone after every match to complain. And that's what the fans, wrestling fans that watch WWE will do when they see Emma lose. Oh, blah, 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 Emma lost, fuck this, fuck that. Emma's there too with you guys, fuck this, fuck that. It's a gimmick, guys. So I'm here for it. If Emma loses again next week, then I'm pretty sure that my prediction is right with Emma. Well, then again, it is post-Summerslam, so I don't know if they're gonna have her have a match. I feel like they should let her have a match, but I feel like the next time we see Emma, if she loses a match, then yes, I feel like my prediction is right. She's all about social media. She's a mark, and I'm good with this gimmick. I really, really like this. I think that they want to use Emma. I don't think WWE wants to just waste Emma's talent. I feel like they want to use Emma the best way possible. And I think they're trying something new now with Emma with this. Because, they had her lose to a 6-time women's champion. And they kept saying that, oh, Emma, go give Emma a chance on this. Oh, Emma's going to tweet about this. Emma's going to say this. So, it's awesome. So, I like it. I know some of you guys might not like it, but I'm here for it. I'm rocking with this whole Emma being a mark, but she's a wrestler at the same time. It's different. I haven't seen anything like this before. I know that they tried something like this with Lana, where Lana was I think it was a blogger. I believe these were one of the early gimmicks that Lana tried before she landed the Russian chick. And if you guys haven't heard of it or seen anything, there's videos on YouTube of Lana doing a gimmick close to this, but she's super over the top and all about blogging and bullshit and hashtag. But I love the way that they're going with Emma. But other than that, Raw was pretty good. I was here for it with the girls. The girls really slayed on Monday Night Raw heading into SummerSlam. But I just wish that there was a little more with Alexa Bliss, because I felt like all Alexa Bliss did was just sit on that fucking lifeguard chair. Like what was that? Like, I needed more from Alexa Bliss or something. Like, it would have been, because I feel like her and Sasha need something like a nice pop going into SummerSlam. But they didn't give us that. They could have did anything. They could have had Sasha get a post interview backstage about winning and being excited to go to SummerSlam, and have Alexa Bliss come and pick up the pieces. Try to get that leverage going into SummerSlam, because the girl just got beat up by Nia Jax. Go attack her some more. Really soften her up. But they didn't do that, which is fine. Whatever. There's been worse. But we can move on over to SmackDown now, because my girl Becky Lynch, who I love, and my cat lady Natty. You guys know I love Natty. I've been a rider for Natty for a long time, and I'm super excited that she's finally in the spotlight, getting this opportunity. But I know a lot of you guys are feeling like it's falling a bit flat at the moment between Naomi and Natty, and you feel like WWE could do more with this feud. And like I was saying earlier about Sasha Banks and Alexa can use a bit of a splash, a pop, something to really make them stand out, like a great feud. And I don't feel like we're getting that with this whole Natty thing due to the amount of history that these two have. But that's not the direction WWE wants to go in. And WWE is trying to steer us into another storyline while they intertwine Naomi and Natty, because we all love Natty so much, and we love Naomi as well, that we want that storyline, that in-depth feud building heading into a big pay-per-view like SummerSlam. I get it, guys. I absolutely get it. But let me turn this shit off, because these people can't shut the fuck up on this phone, girl. But I get what you guys are saying. But as the match went, we had Becky versus Natty. Always a good matchup between these two. These two always work really well together. Natty looked super strong at this match. She ended up beating a former women's champion. And Becky did good in this match, but Natty outsmarted her. Becky, she made just one little error, and Natty capitalized on it, so it was okay for her to tap out like that to Natty. It's okay because they feuded before. We've seen Natty beat Becky Lynch before, so it was believable. I thought Naomi on commentary was great. I thought she brought a lot of personality. She was spunky, she was fun. Like, honestly, when Naomi's song hit and she came out, she was hopping around, glowing and everything, I instantly caught myself smiling. Like, I had a smile on my face. And I was like, oh. And I was like, Naomi just puts a smile on something. She's such a natural heel. She just put a smile on my face. She came in with that bubbly personality on commentary. And I was just like, yes, finally. Naomi's just being her fucking self. This is what I've always bitched and complained about Naomi. Just be your fucking self. That's all you need. Bring your spunk, your personality. Naomi got jokes. She's funny. She talks like us, the fans. The Snatch, hey sis. All Naomi speaks like us. So I love that she's bringing that into television. So it just works for me. But when it comes to her and Natty's feud, WWE is just missing an opportunity on these two. But I get what they're doing because post-match, Carmella comes out and she waves that briefcase once again and wishes the ladies good luck. This, that, and the third. And then James says that if either one of them lose, Carmella wins anyways. You know what I mean? Because she's missed Money in the Bank. So right now WWE is just staring this Carmella thing as Carmella threatening Naomi. This is a built feud for. They're building up a feud. They're just trying to build everybody on SmackDown at the same time off of one storyline, is what I'm noticing, because they did it before with the groups. Remember when all the groups were grouped up, feuding that way? Now they're all broken off, they're all doing their own little things, and you have Carmella, Torment, and Naomi. She's been doing it for weeks. So I feel like this could happen at SummerSlam because there hasn't been much of a splash, there hasn't been much attention focused on Natty versus Naomi, due to the amount of history these two women have against each other and how many matches, how competitive they are with each other. And WWE hasn't capitalized on it, but I feel like that whole Carmella factor is what WWE is focused on. So just get ready for it, guys. Things are about to pick up because I feel like Carmella's getting closer and closer to cashing in that Money in the Bank, but I don't want her to cash it in just yet. So we just gotta wait and see what's gonna go on with this storyline. Honestly, guys, I can't complain because I'm enjoying it. So I can't say it's bad, but there are things that I wish they would do with the Naomi and Natty feud, because you guys know I love Natty. Natty just came off a hot feud with Nikki Bella, you know what I mean? And it would be great for Naomi to have that feud, but I feel like that feud's coming with Carmella. I feel like it's going to be with Tamina, because Tamina and Lana had a backstage segment on WWE Backstage Access, whatever the hell it is, it's online. But basically, Lana schooled Tamina, and I was glad that Tamina spoke more than 3 words. She was angry. I think this is the best I've seen Tamina deliver when it was time for her to speak. It was really good. She seemed really angry, and I loved how Lana was calm and poised and put her together and let her know, like, this is what we're gonna do, here's the plan, and this is how we're gonna go about it. And I was like, yes, look at Lana putting her together. Lana's like, no, bitch, you need to do this, that, and the third, and then you're gonna get that championship. Right now, nobody's afraid of you. They don't fear you. And I was like, ooh. And she's like, you need to do this, that, and the third. So I love that they're making Lana kind of manage Tamina, because I was tired of Tamina always being the manager. So now the roles have reversed, and I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Tamina, how they're gonna build Tamina, because Tamina's finally gonna have some substance, and she's been missing that for a long time. I'm a fan of Tamina. I'm a fan of all the girls. I want something for all of them. So I'm glad that they're going in that direction with Lana and Tamina. As for Lana, fans were asking her, what is she gonna stop wrestling? Lana's like, I'll never stop wrestling. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm gonna keep bettering myself and everything. But I just think that this is a storyline at itself between Tamina and Lana, and I think Lana's gonna break off as the babyface. Once Tamina feels that she's got everything she needs from Lana, she's gonna super kick Lana right in the damn face. So I think it's gonna be something between Tamina and Lana. So this is good stuff on SmackDown. I thought it was great. It was a good go home show, but it needs more of a splash, guys. I agree with you guys. I agree, but it wasn't bad. So I'll leave it at that. But since we're talking about splashes, Amber Moon and fucking Asuka have been splashing all over NXT. For some of the people that keep saying that NXT ain't giving us much, I feel like they're picking up the ball now. They're picking up the ball because NXT was pretty good last night. We had Amber and Asuka have that good little segment with the contract signing, and Amber really, really showed that she's on fire. She brought up reasons on why she has to be and defeat Asuka and take that belt off of her so she could become the woman to be the one to end this long ass reign of Asuka's. So it was pretty good. And then Asuka gets on the mic and cusses her out in fucking Japanese, really puts this girl together. But I like the points that Amber really drove when she was saying like all these times that Asuka have cheated to beat her, and she's the only woman that went to those, that Asuka had to go to these lengths of cheating to beat. And she talked about how Asuka injured her, sidelined her for takeover, tripped her up on the turnbuckles at one fucking takeover. Like, Asuka keeps trying to avoid her, but Amber's like, this time it's not gonna happen. So I'm really excited for this. I'm really, really excited for this. And Asuka just recently hit a new milestone. She's the second longest reigning women's champion ever in WWE history. She's right behind the Fabulous Moolah, who holds the number one spot out of the whole company as the longest reigning champion in history. Asuka currently, out of the whole company, she ranks number 7 in longest reigning champion in history. That's amazing. That's crazy. So congrats to you, Asuka. And I really feel like, because Asuka's time at NXT is coming to an end soon. I feel like that's why NXT is like really pushing for Ruby and Ember right now, because I feel like Asuka's about to make the jump. She needs to. They need to freshen up I heard that they're going to do that whole little fresh superstar shakeup soon. So I feel like Asuka's going to be a part of that soon. But is Asuka going to lose at TakeOver? I don't think she should. I think Asuka needs to move up and retire or vacate the NXT Women's Championship when she moves up. And so they could do a tournament or something down at NXT for somebody else to capture that championship. Because I don't think anybody should be able to beat Asuka in NXT. She's done run through that whole division. Why is she going to lose just to move up? Just to make somebody else look great? It would look great for Ember to be the one to defeat Asuka, but I feel like they could do a tournament that way and have Ember defeat all these women to get to that point where she's the champion or something like that. I just feel like it would pay off Asuka so much better moving up to the main roster undefeated, because it's something that they can bill her as. Like, down in NXT, no woman was ever able to beat her. Even some of the women that are here now on the roster who's had their chances could not beat Asuka. And then you're gonna have her lose at like a WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or something. I don't know, a pay-per-view, a big pay-per-view. But I don't think she should lose in NXT. Sorry. Then we had a match between Billie Kay and Ruby Riott. The icons. I'm so glad that fucking NXT put them on TV last week, and they were on TV this week, and they were just basically just making fun of Ruby Riott, calling her gross and saying that her tattoos are tacky and shit. I like the match. Billie Kay was really playful. Her and Peyton Royce, they're always on point. And Ruby Riott. I love when they say that. And I like how Ruby kind of like mocked her when she finally knocked Billie on her ass. Well, but Billie ended up losing the match, which is okay. The icons can lose matches. It's fine. I know a lot of you guys keep saying, oh, they keep losing, they're not winning. They're heels. It's okay if they lose, because WWE can easily put them on a winning streak. It's fine. I really don't care if the icons are losing. They're heels. They're doing their job. They're being super entertaining, and they got the opportunity to be on NXT. So after the match, Peyton gets on the mic and she threatens Ruby. She tells Ruby that she ain't shit and that she's never gonna be iconic like the two of them. I feel like we might have a match between them at TakeOver. I felt like Ruby was gonna say something like grab a partner, like a mystery partner or somebody, and then maybe they could debut somebody. I don't know, but I thought that was the direction they were gonna go in, but they didn't go in that direction. So NXT usually just surprises us with a random women's tag match at these takeovers. So I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing Liv and Ruby versus the Icons at takeover. But I also want to mention the Street Profits. I fucking love them. You guys know I love Mons Forts. He is so cute. He's our girl Bianca Belair's fiance. He's so fucking cute. And his character is funny. He's just a fucking troll. He's a fuck boy. He's the boy at the party that wants all the attention on him, and he's cute. So I like him. I like that whole little gimmick with him. And I forgot his tag team partner's name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Damn, what's his name? Dawkins. Anderson Dawkins or something like that. I know his last name's Dawkins. But I like them. I like the Street Profits. I think that they're going to do a good job in NXT. Zelina. Zelina Vega. She manages my boo Almas. I didn't see them on NXT last night, but I seen them last week, and she cut a promo by the announce table on mic, basically threatening Johnny Gargano for getting the beating of his life at TakeOver. I really like her. I like that she's the business associate. She's trying to get him back on track, get his career back to where it's going. She also gave an interview on WWE.com how Almas used to be respected, and now he's lost that respect to somebody like Johnny Gargano. Like, what is that? So I love her. And the people who don't know her work, get ready. Get ready for her, because she is so freaking entertaining. She's really good. Really freaking good on the mic. She's peligrosa. She's perigoso. She's dangerous. I like some Zelina, but I can't wait till she starts wrestling and them getting her going. I think it's gonna be really interesting to actually see this girl in the NXT Women's Division. She's one of the girls that I really feel like is gonna really hold NXT up once somebody like Asuka moves up to the main roster. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But if you guys don't know her, you guys should check in her work. Maybe you guys should go check out some of her work back in the day when she was with TNA as Rosita with her BFF Sarah Stock. But I don't remember what was her name on television. Sarita. Yeah, it was Sarita. So, they're like BFF. Is it Sarah Stock, or was Sarah Stock Molly Holly's old stage name? I think it is Sarah Stock. I could be wrong. If I am, I'm sure the listeners will let me know. But speaking of TNA girl, well, now they're GFW. You guys know that I always show up here with the tea. I don't go 1 week without serving the listening crew some tea. I always got to come through with the tea. So everybody come in close. Let's all gather around and let's get ready for this fucking tea, okay? You know what? I'm about to stop calling it a tea. I want everybody to take a circle. I'm going to roll up this L and we're all going to take a hit. Now, only if you're over 18. And if you say no, you don't want to hit, that's fine. I won't pressure you. But, so get close. Come on. Let's get it going. So, Gail Kim had an interview and she was speaking on Vince McMahon. And she said that she feels, and this is her opinion only, it's not a fact at all. It's just an opinion. It's how she feels. It's a vibe. It's a Gail vibe. This is how she feels. She feels that Vince McMahon doesn't like women's wrestling at all. She feels like he doesn't like it. He's not a fan of it. He thinks that the women's are just an attraction, that they should just go out there and just look pretty. That's what Gail Kim thinks. And then she digressed. She got into it. She says that she praises Hunter, Triple H, and she says if it wasn't for him doing what he did in NXT and gave these women opportunity to build a character and connect with the crowds and tell compelling storylines and receive a reaction from the crowds, is what allowed Vince McMahon to say okay and jump on the bandwagon with the whole give divas a chance stuff, because the fans spoke out tremendously, like, because Triple H did that for us on NXT, and we were like, why are the women on NXT doing this shit, and why the fuck aren't they doing it on Raw? And this is exactly what Triple H wanted at the time. He wanted us to compare NXT and WWE flagship show Monday Night Raw. That's what he wanted us to do, and we did. His plan worked, and Give Divas a Chance happened, and Gail Kim says that she gives all that praise to Triple H because she truly feels that Vince McMahon is not a fan of women's wrestling. And then she got into talking about that the reasons on why she feels that way is because when she was contracted with WWE, she was frustrated because she came from TNA, had an amazing storyline, amazing program with Awesome Kong. Everybody was talking about them. The knockouts were the highest rated segments on TNA shows. They were killing it back then. The women of TNA. Everybody loved it. I loved TNA with the girls. Winter, what? I loved me Winter. I loved the beautiful people. Madison Rayne, early on in her career, I love Madison Rayne. I still love her. Shout out to you, Madison Rayne. But, she's transitioned, she's changed, she's out of her prime now. But I loved her. And they had a great division back then. So she was talking about that she don't understand how WWE saw her out, took her from there, brought her in, and didn't use her. They didn't use her to the full potential. She didn't understand that. She became frustrated. It got to the point where she wasn't even allowed to do a superplex off the top rope, and agents would tell her, just do it. I'll take the heat for it. Just using a superplex as an example, because some of the women couldn't spring off the top rope. They couldn't do this. They couldn't do that because the men do it. They want to make it look really hard. That only men can do it and stuff like that. So agents would tell her to just do it, and they'd take the heat for her. So it was pretty interesting for her to say this. I know that she spoke out against WWE a long time ago. Gail Kim has always been vocal against WWE and how they treated the women back in the day. Everybody knows that. But I thought it was interesting for her to flat out say that Vince McMahon doesn't like women's wrestling. So it's just food for thought, and it just inquiring minds want to know now, Vince, if I was to sit down with him, I would ask him, do you enjoy women's wrestling? That would have been a good question for Stone Cold Steve Austin to ask him when he had him on the podcast. And Vince was brutally honest on that podcast, and I feel like he would answer honestly. So I would like somebody to ask him that question in an interview, whoever gets the opportunity to interview him, because there's substance to that. For a long time, come on, it was 3 years ago, the women weren't getting opportunities like they were getting now. It is what it is. It wasn't happening. So there's substance to that. I don't think Gail's being a hater. I don't think she's being shady. I don't think she's throwing shots. I think she's speaking her truth. She lived through it. She worked there. So there's substance. I just feel like somebody should ask him, especially now with everything going on with the women's division. So, sometimes you just gotta ask, girl. All right, guys. Now back the fuck up off me. Get away. Back up. No, I'm kidding. But speaking of Gail, she has a match tonight with Sienna. It's a scheduled match. I think she just came back from retirement, and she wants to retire with the Global Force Women's Championship. I think that's what they're calling it now, the Unified Global Force Women's Championship. Or a Knockouts Championship. I just want them to drop the Knockouts thing. Drop it. Let it go. Ugh. Call them women wrestlers, please. Just clean it. I know you guys don't want to be like, oh, we don't want to copy WWE, but you're not copying WWE. They are women. So let's keep it as it is. But yeah, she has a match against Sienna tonight. Now, I'm not a fan of Sienna, guys. I'm not a fan of Sienna's. I'm not a fan of Rosemary. And I'm a fan of Gail Kim, but I feel like Gail Kim is overexposed on with that company. They just used her way too much. They didn't build other female stars to combat with her. I know they did with Awesome Kong, but they fucked that all up. But I just wish they would start building somebody up to be up to par with Gail Kim and stop relying so heavily on Gail Kim. That's their issue. But that's why I stopped watching TNA. I just stopped watching. But bitch, I'm gonna start watching again because it's just been announced that TNA has signed Hania the Howling Huntress. My girl, my wrestling bestie, my wrestling sis got signed to fucking Global Force Wrestling. Like, that is the best signing they've done in forever. Like, I'm shooketh. Along with Hania that got signed was Kara Hogan, the girl on fire, who's very promising. Great look. This girl got an amazing look. If you guys don't know her, I'm sure a lot of you guys know her. But if you don't, look her up. Beautiful girl. Stunning. I don't know much about her work, but I've seen a couple of her matches. And she's really good. She's good. I can't wait to see what she has to offer. So, congratulations to you too, Kara. Congratulations. But my girl, Hania girl, I cannot wait for her to start her dominance, her run with TNA. It's going to be really good. It's going to be good. I hope she keeps the She-Wolf character. I hope she does. I hope TNA... I need to stop calling them TNA. Global Force Wrestling, I hope that they give her a great theme because a queen deserves a great theme. I hope they give her a good introduction into the division because the division right now is a fucking mess. And I'm sorry, I just can't get into it right now. You have Karen Jarrett has more of a personality than all of the other female athletes that they have signed. They don't give them any talking points. They don't give them any storyline progression. They don't, nothing. They just go out and have random matches and it's just boring. I know we have Rosemary who's a bit out there and she speaks and she has storylines and stuff like that with Sienna, but I'm not a fan of Rosemary, guys. I'm not a fan of hers. She has a great look. Right, guys? You guys would think Jimmy Vibes would love what's her name? Rosemary. I love her gimmick. Her gimmick is really good. Her look is fucking spot on. Her talking is great. Her wrestling, I don't want it. Give it to the bitch behind me. I'm good. I'm full. Not for me. It's not for me, guys. I can't connect with her. Her wrestling is just very choppy and very slow paced, and she dissects it. I don't know if she's I can't. No. Next. She's not going to do it for me. Sienna is not going to do it for me as well. She's a good talker. But she doesn't have that stage presence, that star power. She doesn't have it. TNA is trying to force it with her and shove it down my throat. She does not have the star power. Sorry. You got to give it up, TNA or Global Force Wrestling. Jeff, give it up with her. I feel like she contributes to the division. I feel like there is a spot for her on the division for sure. There is a spot for Sienna. But at the top, no. I'm sorry. Like, call me a hater. Tell me I don't know shit. But me being a long-time wrestling fan, I know a thing or two about who should be in that position, especially knowing all these girls are super talented that Global Force Wrestling is bringing in, and out of the crop of girls, this is the girl. But you know what? Maybe I should retract that because she's all they got. She's all they have for the moment. That's why they recruited these two amazing girls, Hania and Kara, and Taya. Taya's coming over to GFW as well. Now, I see TNA. Oh, bitch. Hold on, guys. Let me put myself together. Bitch, it is no longer TNA, okay? It's not TNA. Global Force Wrestling. GIF. Impact Wrestling is the TV show. TNA is dead. Got it. Cut. Okay, guys, I'm back. So yeah, they hired Taya. Okay, Taya's coming in. Hania's coming in. Kara's coming in. Now let me tell you guys something. Like I said, Sienna has a position in this whole roster. Absolutely. So does Chelsea Green, who Laurel. Laurel has a spot in this division as well. I love Laurel, but I'm not a fan of this gimmick of her looking a mess and trashy like that. It's just, it's tiring at this point. Clean her up. Give her another gimmick. Give her something more serious. This is not for me. It's not for me. I'm over it. It just reminds me of Ali and Maria Kanellis. And you guys need to fade away from Maria Kanellis. Ali, I don't know why they never pushed Ali all the way to the moon with the whole babyface thing. But I guess she got a bit stale and boring because they kept having her do the same shit week to week. But they have the girls. But with my girl Hania coming in, you guys need to rebuild this division around Hania and Taya. That's who Global Force Wrestling needs to build their women's division around. Okay? If you guys don't know about Hania the Howling Huntress, bitch, I suggest you get on the Googles, you get on the YouTubers, you get on the Twitter for first, and you stop fucking searching this shit up and get yourself together and get with a real bitch, okay? Because she's a problem. She's a problem, and I'm excited for her. I'm super excited for her. I'm super proud of her, and this is just a great opportunity for her to grow her fan base. I just want to see her win. I want to see her shine. I want to see her win championships. I want to see her on pay-per-views. I just want my girl to win. So congratulations to you, Hania. I've been backing you for years, and I'm glad that it's finally paying off for you. You deserve it, babe. So shout out to her. Now, let's get into some news and rumors, baby. We have oh, I want to let you guys know that did you guys know that Total Bella's promo dropped? It looks really good. It looks good. A lot of drama this season. Lots of drama. We have Brie and her pregnancy. You have Nikki Bella facing just another threatening, career-ending injury. Well, it's an ongoing injury, but they're talking about her neck once again, and she's healing it up. It looks very dramatic. It looked like a lot is going on. So I'm excited for Total Bella season 2, and I'm just so proud of Brie and Nikki for sustaining a career on reality TV outside of WWE. These girls are just doing the damn thing. They're winning. So shout out to you, Bella Twins. Keep doing your damn thing with those executive producer creds, bitch. Good on you. I love that my girls are winning. I love it. Also, WWE 2K18 announced some of the girls that are going to be in the game. And some of the girls that they announced were like, okay, I knew they were going to be in the game. That's pretty obvious. But we got Nikki Cross, guys. Nikki Cross is in the game. We also saw her entrance. Her entrance was fire! Fire! Becky Lynch straight fire! No, her entrance was fucking bomb. Loved it. Looked really good. The cinematography, the animation, the ring bouncing when she's running back and forth. Looks great. Sanity's entrance was on fucking point. Also, we got Summer Rae. Summer Rae is in the game, guys. I know a lot of people were a bit worried if Summer Rae was going to make the game. And the other person that everybody was worried about, and a question that I got when I take you guys' questions weekly, was if I thought Paige was going to be in the game. I told you guys, of course, Paige is going to be in the WWE game. And yes, she's in the game. So I'm excited. And they announced a couple of other girls. Emma's in the game, of course. So I just said everybody basically who was in the game last year was going to be in the game this year. And everybody that they did announce, was already in the game last year out of the women, except for Nikki Cross. So shout out to Nikki Cross. She's in the game. They also said that Alundra Blaze, she was announced. She's in the game this year. Please give the girl a new attire. Don't just copy paste. If you're gonna put Alundra Blaze, give me something else. Give me Medusa. I just give me something different, please. Por favor. But speaking of signees earlier, we were talking about Hania and Kiara. My babe. Oh my god. My faves are just winning. You guys know my love for Adam Cole, baby. I just love Adam Cole. I've been loyal to him for years. You guys know especially longtime listeners, you guys know my love for Brad Mannix still exists. Still exists. I still look at his pictures daily. What a beauty. But guys, WWE signed Adam fucking Cole, baby. He's coming to NXT. Now, this is a signing that I was like, duh, bitch. They're definitely going to bring him Adam Cole at some point. They need to. They have to. If they don't, somebody else is going to take him. GFW would take him. But he's coming to WWE, and I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see what he has in store for us with NXT. It's just going to be really good. This guy is super good. If you guys don't know who he is, if you guys never checked out any of his work, like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? This guy is so good. He's going to be one of the top heels in NXT. Mark my word. Maybe a top face because people love the guy. So I'm excited for him. And I really marked out when I saw that he got signed with WWE over the weekend. So I'm over the moon right now. So guys, now I think I'm going to answer some of you guys' questions. The listening crew's questions. Okay, let me pull that up. First, let me take a sip of this. So excited. You guys came through with the questions today. Came through. You guys kicked the door open. Some of you guys came in through the window. Some of you guys rappelled down from the roof. You guys just came through today. Love this. Some of y'all walked through walls, bitch. But the questions were really good. I love it. I love when you guys ask smart questions that I didn't even think of. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, whoa, that's a good question. I love it. You guys are the best. Okay. So, it's me, JJ. JJ King 130 is his tag name. He says, how do you feel about rumors that Naomi will be holding the title until 2018? Now, I just started hearing this rumor today when you asked this question, and then a couple of other people asked this question as well. But I guess I'm just going to answer it now. I feel okay. I feel fine with it. I'm okay with long title reigns because we haven't had one with the SmackDown Women's Championship, and I feel like Naomi has worked so hard and so long to become champion, and WWE's invested so much in this belt for Naomi that I feel like her holding the title until the end of the year is perfect, especially if she captures the belt again. You know, like, give her a long reign, so if she loses the belt, you won't have to quickly put it back on her and then put the belt to glow again. You know what I mean? So, but I'm sure that's just a custom belt right off the bat for Naomi, and they have another one sitting waiting for the next champion, of course. It's WWE. They got the coins, baby. But as long as her reign until 2018 is compelling and they start putting her into a compelling storyline, then absolutely, yes, let's do it until the Royal Rumble. Have whoever wins the Royal Rumble challenge her. That's another thing. If they do the Women's Royal Rumble, guys, right, for SmackDown, and are they going to have to do two? Or is it going to just be one? Or is the winner going to pick which champion she wants? So I don't understand. And now we have two brands. How did they do it last year? No, it was for the main event spot at WrestleMania. That's what that was. So I don't know how they're going to do it if they do a Women's Royal Rumble or anything. But if they want to keep the belt on Naomi, she got to have storylines. She has to have a feud. It has to go that way. But I would like to see it because I feel like Naomi deserves a feud and a really in-depth feud with somebody. And I think that's what they're building Tamina up for. So it's possible in Carmella. So maybe Carmella will cash her Money in the Bank later to take the belt off her. So if the rumors are true and Carmella was to cash her Money in the Bank at SummerSlam, does that mean that she does it unsuccessfully like Baron Corbin did? So I don't know. It's a good question. Who knows? Okay, we have another question from Moody Sean, and he asks, Moody Sean, are you new, Moody Sean? Because I don't remember this name. If you're new, welcome to the listening crew, bud. Or you might be a silent listener that finally grew some balls to say hello and ask a question. Either way, I love you for it. I'm shady. It's okay. Okay, he asks, do you think WWE dropped the ball with Natty versus Naomi storyline build up for a Summerslam match? Because I about this earlier. I do feel like it's a bit of a letdown. I feel like it's a missed opportunity, but I get that they're trying to focus us on Carmella. That's who they're trying to steer us to. When we think of Natty right now, we know that she's the number one contender, but they just want to leave it at that. And when we think of Naomi, they want us to be like, oh, but fucking Carmella can come at any moment. They're still pushing Carmella. So I like that fact. I love that Carmella is that hanging threat. She's that cloud over Naomi. I like that. I maybe I overlook things. Maybe I read into it too much more than other fans, but I just love Carmella so much. But I do agree. I wish it was more between Naomi and Natty, if that answers your question, bud. Okay, we have another question from JJ. King JJ 130. He asks, do you think the Cruiserweight or SmackDown Tag Team titles match should be on the main card or the pre-show of SummerSlam? I guess that's what I added some to your shit because I don't have my glasses on. I'm just skimming through you guys' questions, trying to put word and word together. Do I think they should be on the main card? Tozawa won the championship. Go figure. On Raw. I don't care. Actually, the tag team from SmackDown, the tag team championships, I think they should be on the main card. But Tozawa and the Cruiserweight, I think that they could hold the pre-show for sure. There's nothing wrong with the pre-show. JJ also asked, how do you feel about Charlotte not being in a pay-per-view match for the first time in her main roster career? I feel okay. I feel fine. Charlotte has a lot going on right now, and I just wish Ric Flair a speedy recovery. I really do. I don't want to talk much about it because I kind of get like a bit bummed because you guys know how much I love the Flairs. I love Ric Flair, and I just hope he pulls through. I hope he comes back 99.9% million, whatever, over 100%. I just want him to come back wheeling and dealing. I just love Ric Flair. But as for Charlotte, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I feel. She didn't lose. So do you think Alexa's doing a decent job of fulfilling the void Charlotte's presence? Let me read that again. Oh, I didn't even say who sent this question. I think this is another listener that's new. Snake Society. Are you new? Are you new to the crew? To the listening crew? Or are you one of those silent listeners too? That kind of rhymed. Yo, Cardi B who? I'm kidding. But Snake Society asks, do you think Alexa is doing a decent job fulfilling the void of Charlotte's presence and ability on Raw? No, I don't feel like she's filling the void that's been left by Charlotte at all. And I wouldn't say it's Alexa Bliss's fault. And it's not because I'm biased and I'm a big Charlotte stan at all. That's not it. I just feel like the producers and the writers and Vince McMahon is letting Alexa Bliss down, basically. It's their fault. It's not Alexa Bliss's fault. I can't blame Alexa, but they just don't know how to book somebody small and fierce. But they know that Alexa Bliss is capable and she's popular. But they just really don't know what to do with Alexa Bliss besides have her be mean and hide behind Nia Jax, basically. That's the only time I see her do anything interesting is when she was with Nia on Raw. So it's just I don't know. They let us down too. So I think Alexa was shining. Snake Society also asks another question. Given her popularity, will the division suffer from not putting Charlotte in any mainstream matches or feuds leading up to WrestleMania? That's a good question, but I don't think Charlotte's going to suffer because Charlotte was so far down everybody's throat at one moment when everybody was upset and they were really pissed that Charlotte was getting all these opportunities and they were getting sick of Charlotte. So I think right now is a good time for Charlotte to take a bit of a back seat and that she got drafted to SmackDown. Okay, it's fine. Charlotte doesn't need to be in the spotlight every time. It's okay. Somebody else can feel the heat off the spotlight. It doesn't have to be Charlotte 24/7. Charlotte's the queen. We all know who Charlotte is. We know what Charlotte brings to the table. And I don't think that she's going to suffer at all. I really don't. I feel like once she comes back, because I know right now she's by her family side, there's a lot going on. When she comes back, she's going to get the ball rolling again. Because I think Charlotte's going to come back as a heel, and they need to put her feuding against Naomi. I think Naomi needs Charlotte. She needs Charlotte to feud with, and I think this is gonna, because I know that Naomi is banking on this her and Natty feud, but I think Charlotte's her girl, and she needs that to happen. So thanks for your question, Snake Society, and send another question next week. You ask good questions. L Boogie, my boy L Boogie, he asks, is it me or has both of their lights kind of dimmed since switching brands? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Boogie, you always ask these questions like that. You jump in on other people's questions, and then when I retweet it, I get confused. I'm like, wait, what is he asking? No, but he's asking about the Alexa Bliss and Charlotte thing, about them switching brands. He asks, is it me, or has both their lights kind of dimmed since switching brands? I wouldn't say their lights have dimmed. I just feel like now that they're in the hands of other bookers and other agents, it's different, and we've noticed the difference. But when it comes to my girl Charlotte, I'm really okay with her in this position, because I'm not one of those fans that my favorite gotta be number one in the feud, and number one, win, pay-per-view. No, I'm not like that. I like them to check in and check out. It's okay for me. But I do feel like their lights have, I guess they have dimmed a bit because they're not with the same bookers and they're not on the top tier. That's for Charlotte, because Charlotte is not the champion. But when it comes to Raw fucks everybody up. So it's not surprising to me that Alexa Bliss is just sitting. Literally, she was sitting on Monday Night Raw. Ugh. When she has a fucking huge match at SummerSlam. But whatever, bitch. L Boogie asked another question. Did you listen to Naomi on Talk is Jericho? If not, you should listen to it. She explains a lot. Absolutely. I definitely listen to it. I listen to Talk is Jericho all the time. And I think Naomi was a great guest. I think she told great stories. Her truck stop story about trying to get somebody to help her and Tamina to fix the tire wheel, and nobody would help them, and getting pulled over and getting a ticket from a police officer, and she was saying something about how Natty always gets out of tickets but they still ticket her, and blah blah blah. And then she was like that she gets nervous when she gets pulled over, and Jericho asked her why. I'm like, oh, what do you mean why? Hello. But anyways, I thought it was a fun and interesting interview. She told a lot of road stories. She talked about locking that. What was really hard for her coming into wrestling is locking down the ring psychology. It was super hard for her. She couldn't get it, and public speaking was such an issue for her. She spoke on how she was kept in FCW for so long, and we all know how that went with her doing the NXT show and then going back down to developmental when all the other girls got opportunities. But she explained why, because she was having trouble coming up with a character and connecting with the fans. You guys remember, guys, when the name up, some of the listeners might not remember, some of the new listeners might not remember this, but I was attacked and dragged by the roots down to the grave. I'm even still blocked by Naomi. Let's keep it real. The girl blocked me. Dragged to the roots because of the name up. Because I was fighting for Naomi, telling her I need her to bring her personality because she's not connecting with the fans. Nothing's working for her. All she does is keep changing outfits. I need her to bring her personality. And she talked about how that was such a struggle for her. So listeners, the name obs, the ones that attacked me for it, I think you guys owe me an apology, because I didn't say anything that Naomi didn't say on this interview about herself and then she went on and talked about how she found the glow, and she talked about the movie and blah blah blah, that she related to it because she needs to find that confidence inside of herself that I always said Naomi needs confidence. She needs to really believe in herself and blah 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 blah, this, that, and the third. So I love that Naomi broke it down. I love that she talked all about this, and then the conversation about the title belt, which I found was the most interesting, and how she just straight up asked Vince if I can make the championship glow, because when I come out it's all dark and there's just a big dark spot. I'm all glowing all over, and then there's a dark spot around my rib cage. Can the belt glow? And Vince just says yeah. So and then they tried trial and error, and they finally figured out how to get the belt to glow. Naomi explained everything from step A to Z. She let everybody know how that belt came alive. And I think Naomi told really good stories. I think she really let the fans know, like, the whole process it takes for her gimmick. I thought she did a great job talking about her gimmick. I think she broke it down. She made me understand everything. So yes, El Boogie, it did explain a lot, and I agree, it's a good listen. So everybody, if you haven't listened, you guys should listen to El Boogie when he tells us that we should go and check out that interview. It's really, really good. So Bella K. Royce, hey Bella K. Royce, what's up? I love Bella K. Royce. Bella K. Royce asks, I just love saying that. I can say Bella K. Royce all day. Bella K. Royce. Alright. Bella K. Royce. I can't stop saying it. The question she asks is, rumor is Naomi is holding the belt until 2018. Thoughts? Bitch. All this time I keep saying your name. You're asking the same question I just answered. But I love you. But Bella K. Royce asked the second question. And she asked, do you think the Icons will win the NXT Women's Championship? Not from Asuka. Definitely not from Asuka. But I feel like they're ready to go up to the main roster. So I don't know. I think they're gonna get the Alexa Bliss treatment, where they think that they need to do all these things on NXT, and then all of a sudden they're gonna blink and get shot up to the main roster. That's what I think is the faith of the Icons. I really truly hope that they're the ones that's been attacking Breezango. So I hope it's the Icons. But Bella K. Royce asks another question. Thoughts on Ellsworth? I see so much slander, but he's helped Carmella so much. Used to come out to cricket. Absolutely. He's helped Carmella so much. He's added to Carmella. So I don't know why people hate him being paired with Carmella. This is the best thing for Carmella. She needs a heat magnet with her, and he's just a creepy looking guy that will do whatever it takes for a pretty girl to give him attention. And Carmella don't care about him. Carmella just uses him. So it just works out perfectly for me. And when they come out, when that FABULOUS, even though they don't do that anymore, but when she comes out, she gets booed. My girl Megan G9 1990 asked, can I put a steak on Finn's butt? Absolutely. Hello, does a bear shit in the woods? Put 2 steaks, girl, you can fit it. Sunday Candy 94 asks, if you can give any advice to any female superstar in NXT, who would it be? What would you say and why? If I could give it, that's a good question, Sunday Candy 94. Hello. I need to get Sunday. This is the second time in a row you asked me a good question. I need you to come on the show one of these days with me, because you ask good questions, okay? So I'm gonna DM you and we're gonna come up with something, because I really wanted to chat with you. I love a good wrestling mind. I do. I'm sorry, guys. I like to pick brains. Who would I give advice to? Let me think. I would give advice to Liv Morgan. Because this girl has everything you need to be successful in the WWE, right? But she hasn't you know what? She's one of the girls I'd talk to. But you know who I'd really talk to, who I'd pull aside? As I would be walking over to put Liv Morgan together, I will stop and I'll turn around and I'll walk over towards Aaliyah. Let's be real, guys. I would sit down and I would have a heart-to-heart with her. And this is what I would say. Hold on. Hi, Aaliyah. Isn't her name Noof? I believe her name is Noof. She has a pretty exotic name. I believe it's Noof. I would tell her, okay, girl, come here. Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. Where are you from? She's from Canada. What is your descent? Middle Eastern. Okay. Do you speak the language? No, I was born in Canada. Okay, so we're not gonna do that. Fine. Do you tell me your hobbies? What do you like to do? She'll give me her hobbies, this, that, and the third. Okay, la di da di da. This is what we're gonna do with you. You're from Canada. The chick from the Six. Okay, Toronto, I believe. That's where she's from. Same town as Drake. I really think she should. This girl, this is tough. You know, honestly, I would tell her she looks like a heel. It wouldn't be a baby face with me. I would give her the daddy's girl gimmick where she would just call her dad up for money. Her dad is a millionaire. I don't know. He's some tycoon somewhere drilling oil. It's, WWE always base characters off stereotypes. She does not speak. If she doesn't speak the language, I would tell her, you don't have to speak the language. You could be from Canada, grew up, born and raised there. Your family has money. Like, I would come up with something with her. And it's not only her fault. It's the WWE producers. They need to fucking figure out what to do with her. So she's somebody I would sit down and really have a good talk with her. Because if it doesn't work, she's one of the girls on the chopping block. Let's be real. And she needs that guidance. She needs to find something because it looks like every other girl has something going for them. Even the girls that haven't even debuted, the girls on the Mae Young Classics have things going for her. So I feel like Aaliyah is just being left behind. I think that's a good question. And I would just tell her, who are you and what do you want to be? Like, let's talk. And then we would dissect everything she tells me from there and try to forge something together with her that would make sense and have substance. I think substance is the word of the day on this show for this week. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. I know I was all over the place with it. I started with Liv to Aaliyah, but both of those girls need a good sit down. But I feel like Aaliyah needs it more. I got another question from CMCMGK4, who I know is a new listener because he just added me a couple of days ago. So welcome to the crew. And I'm glad that you're already asking questions. See, I love you already. He asks, do you think Sasha and Alexa Bliss have genuine dislike/hatred for each other? I believe that there's tension. I believe that something happened. I believe they might have crossed each other in the past. I know that that Sasha Banks actually broke Alexa Bliss's nose at one point, or like busted her nose really bad. So I think it's that stiffness, and Alexa Bliss is usually safe, really safe. Sometimes I come at her with her bumping. I feel like she's afraid to get hit sometimes. She's gotten a lot better at it. Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not throwing shit at Alexa Bliss. She's gotten a lot better. But I feel like back in the day, I feel like Sasha might have been a little harsh on her. And I feel like maybe Alexa kind of resents her for that. And there's some kind of tension, even with the fans getting involved, because, Sasha has a very strong base, and so does Alexa Bliss. So I feel like they know that they're each other's competition. So I feel like there's a bit of tension between the two of them, but they try hard to really keep it professional. I hope that answers your question. I have another question from Anthony Fearless A1. He asks, how can a fan be a part of an episode? Okay. First of all, I don't have fans, Anthony. I don't. You guys are part of the listening crew. You guys just listen to my dumbass talk for an hour. But, oh, your question. How can you get onto the show? I don't know. Usually I randomly do it. Look at right now. I just did it a couple of minutes ago with Larry. You asked me something interesting. If you spark my if you get me curious, if I want to pick your brain or something or whatever, I'll ask you. Basically, I'll ask you to join out. I do have people come on and ask me if they could join, and I try hard to fit in listeners onto the show, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I just want to get in and do it real quick and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just randomly. Fearless A1 also asks, thoughts on the rumors of Naomi. Oh, you asked the same question I answered, the same question about Naomi holding the belt real long. I answered that earlier. So I'm sure you got my answer. And my boy Classics, Keyshawn Webley, who always holds me down. Keyshawn, even though Keyshawn, you haven't gone over to give me a review on iTunes, I'd call out. I'll call you out, way out, because you're a part of this show. You've been around with me forever. You're my Paul Heyman to your Brock Lesnar. So you better go over there and give me a review. I don't even care if you use an Android. You better get on your computer or go on the Googles and fucking figure it out. But he asks, predict the future for all three brands and where they're going from SummerSlam and all. Also, progress. Listen, I have yet to watch the second episode of Progress, even though I find it so hard to follow that show. Like, I don't know which episode is what, because they upload a lot of shit on there. But I watched a couple of more matches. I watched 2 other matches on your account. I thought it was really, really good. I think the show is really strong. It's fun. But they don't, I don't know how to put it into what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, it slipped my mind, but it's a good show. But they're missing something. I feel like how they have the shows listed, it's really hard for me to follow because I don't know what to watch. I get so overwhelmed with it. So I feel like they need to figure that out. But other than that, I think it's a really good show. And the wrestlers are really promising. And I love the girls that they have on the show. Pretty strong. But to predict the future for all three brands, I don't know. Anything's possible right now. Like, it depends if titles are going to change hands and stuff like that. We have that shakeup coming up. So, honestly, like, who knows? Like, I have no fucking clue what they're going to do. But, yeah, we have SummerSlam this weekend. We have TakeOver coming up. I could give you guys my predictions, but, like, all right, I'll quickly give you my prediction on the women's matches. For Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss, I believe Alexa Bliss is going to win. Also, for the main event with the men, with the Universal Championship, I feel like Samoa Joe should win. When it comes to Naomi versus Natty, I feel like Naomi should win. When it comes to TakeOver, I feel like Asuka should win. And I'm really excited for Aleister Black versus my boo, Hideo Itami. I'm really excited for that match. I'm really going to mark out for that. But, so far I have planned Sam Pelly is going to come on the show next week. And we're going to go over TakeOver together. I hope to God he shows up. He's usually good for it. He's usually good on his word. So Sam will be here next week. And for SummerSlam, Nick says that he's going to join on with me so we can talk a bit about SummerSlam for next week. So next week's show, you guys will have Sam and Nick, hopefully, God willing. But yeah, I'm really excited for SummerSlam. It's going to be a good show. Really good matches. I wasn't going to do a show this week, but you guys couldn't keep me away. You can't keep me down, baby. I'm here for you guys, but I love you guys. Thanks for your support. For the ones who go over and sends me reviews and rates me and comments on the YouTube and likes it on YouTube and tweets me questions. Like, I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it once again. We've said a lot. Until next week, we got to clean up this mess again, because when you guys get these snacks now, you guys make a mess. And that's where Jimmy Vibes got to come through and clean it all up. And I don't mind cleaning it up. So bye, guys. Have a good night. Have a great SummerSlam weekend. Have so much fun. And if you guys have any shady things that pop off, if you guys see any shady shit that pops off over the weekend with wrestling, tweet me it. I finally saw the video of the kid slapping Alexa Bliss's butt, which I can't. I absolutely can't with him. With a little job. But send me anything, guys. You guys know I always respond. I love to talk to you guys on social media. So I'll see you guys next week. And thank you. And I love you. And I really appreciate the loyal listeners that's done everything I've asked you guys to do, because you guys didn't have to do it, but you guys did it, and I really, really appreciate it. So I'll see you guys next week. Toodaloo.